But you see what I mean? Like, enemies really should only take one hit. Oh, yeah, you got the key. You're good to go. Of course, there's another spin friend to deal with. I don't know. I think the idea with these long-form series is to try to take advantage of like play styles of games that I enjoy but would not make for a good traditional Let's Play. That's kind of like the Risk of Rain 100% works like that. But the other two games that I'm really considering doing in that Saturday format is Rogue Legacy and Factorio. But we'll have to see. Did you not hit the wall? Did you decide to stop dashing as soon as you got past the wall, you jerk? So Hodor can kind of test drops to make sure that they're not too far for everybody else, and he's safe from pretty much all enemy attacks. Now we know that these drops are safe, and I think that that Sonic Spinball down in the corner down there, we just leave him alone. Yeah, he's blocking some ham, but we don't need any ham. If we get hungry, we've got a tomato. Ah, the bubbles. Okay, so the first time I played this game years ago, and then I streamed this game once, and then again during my test play, I lost right here because you don't stay on the top of the bubbles, you stay on the bottom, and they're kind of janky if you're not used to them. And so the first time when I did my test play, every time I play this game, basically once, I have to die to these bubbles to learn how they work. And of course they place the bubble at the very end of the level, so not the very, very end, like it's not the last thing you do in the level. Sam can make best use of bubbles because he can just hop into them and hop between them when we get to levels with more than one bubble. But I do have to take a special care here because I play on the Steam controller, which has a touchpad instead of a traditional D-pad. And one... You know, let's bring Grizzly up next. One habit that I had to stop doing is, on traditional D-pads, I'm playing an NES or SNES game or something, I would often just rest my thumb on the D-pad while I'm not using it, just because it's a natural resting place for it. That's fine on a Nintendo D-pad because you actually have to press the button to get anything. But on the Steam controller, on the touchpad, I just have to touch it to get a response. And, oh, wait a minute. No, only Sam can do this. So what we have to do here is take the key, give it to Sam. And he has to jump over here and get this blue key. Just trade one key for another. What do we do with the blue key? Oh, we probably just write it. It's fine. Everything's okay. I managed to not hit the lava. But when I was still acclimating to, you know what? I don't even want to take Sam. What if there's something up there that shoots me? Then what? Let's put Grizzly in a safe spot here. Alright, Hodor. Put Hodor in a safe spot here. Wait for the next bubble. We'll go up with Hodor first. In fact, let's go ahead and give Hodor this blue key, just in case. Okay, but yes, when I was acclimating to the Steam controller, I would often rest my finger on the touchpad, which obviously is a terrible idea because it registers as a button press, which means if I were to do that, well, say, ooh, I do want that because we can kill some Sonic Spinballs really easily. Like right now, if I were to rest my thumb on the D-pad, Sam would just walk off the bubble and die. So what I do instead is I rest my thumb on the control stick on the Steam controller. Down here. Oh, I do remember this part. You can get permanently stuck here and have to replay the whole level. Because watch what happens. We destroy this wall. And then that door comes down. So you can actually park Hodor under the door with his shield up and he'll stop it. But that's kind of a mean way to introduce that mechanic, right? So all we're going to do now is we're going to Sonic this guy's spinball and then climb up to the exit. And we're not out of the woods yet because Grizzly still has one more bubble ride ahead of him. And if I rest my thumb on the D-pad, we're replaying this whole stage. Don't worry, we will get to stages in the Let's Play I'm sure that I'll have to replay. Probably not the first stage in a given world, because if I end up dying or screwing up the first level in a world, I'll just restart my recording session. So the first level of every world will always go swimmingly. But there's no way I'm starting over a recording session to, like, replay level 6. Here we are in Bubbles Land, and right away... Oh, Sam. Almost went for a swim. Right away we got monsters to kill. So I want this blue dino-mans on the right side of me here, like this. That way I don't get shot in the back by a snail while I'm dealing with Lizard Friend. I think that monster has had many different names over the course of this video. He's been Dino Man and Lizard Friend. Was there anything useful up here? I know this is the level where I have to get everybody across the bubbles. There's some health up here, I guess. I don't think I'll need it for anything, but we'll grab it just in case. Yeah, that's all that's up here. So this level is all about just getting these Vikings across these bubbles. And I think I got stuck here because Sam can jump the bubbles. These are evil bubbles. These bubbles will blink and they'll eventually disappear. And he can jump. And this is pretty much... I thought, like, the first time I played this, I'm like, oh, he's going to jump across and he'll make a path for the other two Vikings. But that's not what happened, as we will see. He gets over here, and he doesn't make a path. He can go up here and jump over this dino-mans. Oh, no, he can't. There's a key in the way. Wait, did I miss the key somewhere? Oh, the key's got to be up top. So I'm like, oh, we can go up top and get that key probably. We just bring Hodor across. It's just a little harder for Hodor because he can't jump, but he can glide and control his descent. So he can very easily make it from bubble to bubble. So clearly what we need to do, obviously, is bring Hodor over to make a platform for Sam to jump on, to get up and get the red key, to open the path further in the level, and that will make a bridge for Mr. Grizzly Adams when he comes across. Clearly that's what we're going to do, right? And while there is a key... Wait, why would I need this key? All over there is a parsnip. There's no bridge. There's no way... You actually do have to bring Grizzly across the bubbles. And, I'm pretty sure the game doesn't make this ever impassable. I don't know if there's any randomness to these bubbles and how they appear. But they must always appear in a pattern that allows Grizzly to get through. As long as you're paying attention. Like, sometimes you do have to make a leap of faith because the bubble you're in will start to break. But when that happens, like that, I didn't know there was going to be a bubble there. I just had to trust the game. And my trust was not misplaced, as it happens. Oh, we do need to open this, because otherwise there's no other way for the guys to come up. Yeah. That's cool. Okay, so we'll just bring you down, pop the door, get Grizzly out, shoot him in the legs. Okay, Hodor, you can have a parsnip. Enjoy. Ooh. Good thing I got that parsnip. Am I going to get bit when I climb up here? Yep, just barely. But you know what? He has a tomato. So it all worked out. And now all my Vikings are across the bubble lake. Probably just a whole bunch of monsters on this platform. Yep, there's Lizard Friend Part 2. I don't know what the difference is between the red lizards and the blue lizards. Perhaps there is no difference. Perhaps the difference was inside us all along. Perhaps we as a species are too focused on our differences, and we should focus more on our similarities. For example, I'm very similar to Grizzly Adams and Hodor, in that I am an incredibly white man with blonde hair. So I want this. I do want this. So now I can do this. Hodor, away! Cool. Oh, I can't bring him over, though, because I need the yellow key. I'm gonna need Hodor to help Sam get the yellow key. This is not actually the first Lost Vikings game that I played. Okay, that's not true. It's the first one I technically played because we played it on my dad's Amiga. My dad was really into software piracy back in the 90s on the Amiga. Shh, don't tell anyone. So we played a lot of free games on his Amiga. I mean, some of it was piracy, but some of it was just, these are the days of shareware, where you could get, like, I don't know if Lost Vikings was ever technically a shareware game or not. It wouldn't surprise me, though. But you get, like, the first maybe world, like this whole prehistoric world, for free. And then if you wanted the full game, you just register it. Oh, Hodor, I'm so sorry, buddy. I wasn't paying attention to my Viking positioning there. I should have put you back in a safe position. Put your shield down. I mean, you should have been smart enough to figure it out. But yeah, I played Lost Vikings. It was either pirated or the shareware on my dad's Amiga, and I didn't really click with me. I don't think I played more than, I don't know, maybe an hour or so before going back to the Bard's Tale or whatever I was playing on my dad's Amiga back in the day. But it wasn't until many years later when a buddy of mine, he had played the SNES version, so we played it together on emulator, but he had already played the Lost Vikings. So what we did is we downloaded the Lost Vikings 2. And I guess this story at this point still contains piracy, because we're now talking about SNES emulators. Shh, don't tell anyone! Says the man playing this on an emulator right now. This wall here we have to destroy. So what we're going to do is put Hodor right up on the wall. So when Sam busts this wall and releases this sonic spinball, his dizzy frames don't happen in a place where he can get shot in the face. So we first played Lost Vikings 2 completion on... Oh, there's the exit to the next world. We played it 2 completion on the SNES emulator, but we played the Lost Vikings 2, which I imagine that was also on the Amiga, although I never played it there. And then, of course, I went back and played the Lost Vikings 1 after that, because 2 was so good. 2 basically adds more characters and more ways to interact with the world. It's just a much larger game in general. But there's something to be said for just the purity of the Lost Vikings 1, which has just the 3 characters, and each character has just a couple things they can do. I don't want to be up that way yet. Oh, that's right, we've got to rescue Cave Woman Princess here. And then she stops the volcano from erupting. Alright, you shake it, sexy mama. I'm coming up. Hello there. Something, psychic powers. Yeah, there we go. Psychic powers. So that's done. And I think we just continue up the mountain now. Do I want to even go up here? I'm not really sure. Oh, you know what I can do? Hodor, away! Oh, we're not going to get past this thing, though. Okay, let's go over here. Ah! Oh, I'm just going back to the beginning, aren't I? I am. Well, not quite all the way to the beginning, but... Should I take Hodor up top here? Kill this sonic spinball, maybe? And then Hodor across? That's probably the strat, right? God, I'm so bad with puzzle games, dude. I just did a test play of this yesterday, and I don't remember the solution to this puzzle. Hodor away! Okay, that's what we need to do. There we go. We've drained out the volcano, because that's how volcanoes work. There's 2 hidden sonic spinballs there. I imagine there's just a... Yeah, we just can go in there, but... All that's in there is some goodies, and I don't really care about the goodies. What side do I want you to be on? Right there is fine. Now we can bring Grizzly over. And kill that sonic spinball. And I think that's the last action for this level. I think after that we are done here. Just keep firing arrows and eventually he'll die. And that is the story of him. Okay, I'm going to get a parsnip. Let's send Hodor up top first. Just in case there's another sonic spinball waiting for me right at the exit. This is one of the nice friendly bubbles that never pops on you. So yes, we can block these fireballs with Hodor's shield, but he can't block all the spaces at once. But at this juncture, all we have to do is get through this without... Oh, I think I missed my ride there. Dang it. If this was Sam, Sam could have jumped into that bubble. He'd have made it. But it wasn't. It was Grizzly Adams. Okay. Where's my water? Oh my goodness, you guys. I am like 2 minutes away. We've got enough hit points and enough healing on all these characters that even if I get hit by this fire, I don't think I'm dead. I don't think the fire is an instant kill. It might be. There are instant kills in this game. Like if you get crushed by a falling block, or I think fall onto spikes or something, is an instant kill. But I think fire is not. I think fire does 2 damage. And there we go. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready for the time warp? For the super intense Mode 7 graphics! Makes it all worth it. Makes it all worthwhile. And here we are. We're at level Quacks here in ancient Egypt. And now I'm going to turn my controller off. And I'm going to go have an ice cold delicious Pepsi and enjoy a bag of beef jerky. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next episode.
Shoutouts to A Cardboard Box for sponsoring this video, and to everybody who helps make my channel possible by supporting me on Patreon.